Welcome to Player Profiles, brought to you by Harcourts, Huonville. Today we have the President, Mr. Tacka Griggs, real name Matt Griggs. Tacka, why are you called Tacka?
Well, it's probably it's probably not a long story. My cousin Brett, everyone laughs when I say, as soon as I say Brett. When I was a bit younger, I think I was reasonably tall for my age, so he just called me Long Tack, and that went into Tacka and kind of stuck, mate. One of those things when you're a kid.
Yeah, some of them are really good stories and some of them are just explainable, aren't they?
Rubbish one, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Your playing career?
Oh yeah, look, I played all of my footy at Huonville, obviously with the Bulldogs. Then went into, when we amalgamated, went into the Lions for a little while. Coached the footy team over in Dublin, the Dublin Eagles, and we won a flag over there. So
Dublin Island?
In Ireland, yeah, when I lived over there. So that was probably one of the highlights, actually. That was great, just a bunch of expats drinking a fair bit and enjoying footy, so that was good.
Did you understand what that player for Essendon on the weekend said? I saw him interviewed on the TV and I just couldn't understand a word he said. There was an Irish guy playing his first game.
It's tough, mate. Especially when they've had a few Guinness. It's reasonably impossible to understand exactly what they're saying, so you just nod and say, yep. That's pretty much it.
So, Tat, why do you do this job? Why did you want to become president?
Oh, look, I've been away from the club for a reasonable amount of time. I came down to a meeting last year. Things were chugging along okay without being sensational. There was sort of rumours floating around that we hadn't had too many training, that sort of thing. So a group of us got together and thought of ex-players and from Franklin, Huonville, and a few people like Doug Duggan, who's vice president. And we sort of thought it'd be good to put something back into the club. We think Huonville and Franklin as a region deserves a footy club, and we'd hate to see this area not have it. We think footy clubs are good things for communities to have. So what started out as just sort of helping out to try and get a few players along. Ended up sort of come December turning into me taking on the role of president, which I was happy to do, mate, and it's turned out fantastically. So I've enjoyed the 12 months, and it's been good.
I think it has turned out fantastically. The club financially and socially is a lot better place to be. Yeah.
Look, financially we've got some fantastic sponsors on board with the guys I'm associated with celebrations, obviously yourself with Harcourts, Bendigo Community Bank, Jackman's Bodyworks, just some fantastic local businesses now. Obviously with celebrations down here is a massive bonus. So it's financially we're heading in the right direction. We've had some really good functions. Socially, it's an ongoing thing to get the right mix of things, which I think we'll keep working on into next year, but I think that's worked out pretty well. So yeah, actually, financially, we're in a really good position.
The players are close though now. Now that they're winning games and out celebrating and enjoying each other's company, you can just see that they're bonded.
Oh, it's massive, and that comes out. And I think one thing, the way you look at how strong a club is your second tier players, your reserves. If they're bonding and they're getting to training, and you've got emergencies in reserves, your club's going to be pretty vibrant. And the way those boys have stuck together, and you look around, like I've been to every game this year, home and away, we've got the best bunch of guys without doubt in our club. They support, obviously they love a beer, so they all stick around and have a beer together. They go out together, they're a really close-knit bunch of guys, and I think the results kind of show that, Tom. So it's good.
Big year for you, little baby.
Yeah, little Max. Yeah, he's 6 weeks old, I think, as of Friday. So, yeah, he's doing great. So, massive couple of months, obviously.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah, so
all three sides in the finals. You predicted this a couple of months ago, and it's actually come to fruition.
Yeah,
I'm really, really proud of that.
Oh, extremely proud. I'm proud of all the players, the coaches, assistant coaches. And the volunteers. You can't forget about the volunteers. The amount of work that these guys do, your Bluey Ryans and guys like that, just wombat around the club it's a whole one in all. I think we said that early in the year, even when probably the year didn't start off the way any of us wanted. I think it was zip 5 in the seniors, and we sort of start looking a bit sideways at each other. But we knew we were going to be better come the second half of the year. It's just been a massive all-club effort. I mean, you look at the Colts. I mean, a week out from the start of the season, we were probably thought were reasonably unlikely to get a full team on the park, and all of a sudden the boys are playing off Saturday. They've got a double chance and two wins away from playing in the grand final. So it's
okay. So let's start with the Colts. What do you think their chances are on the weekend? Like I say, they've got a double chance, and they play second on Saturday.
Yeah.
Resies are playing first.
Yep. So they play at 12:30. It's one of those little things that SFL throws in now and then, which doesn't worry us. We play anywhere, anytime. I think is the way you go. But I think the Colts they finished third. They play second place Sorrel. We played them at the weekend down at Signet. That's where Sorrel, the senior and reserve teams were playing. So our Colts went down there. Beat them by 48 points, so I think we'll take a little bit of, it was the first time we've beaten them this year, but we'll take a little bit of confidence out of that game, and home deck, mate, 12:30, big crowd, and I think it will be hard to top.
Braden Guy is the man to watch.
He's kicking some goals, Braden, isn't he?
Don't lock him in the club rooms?
On and off the field, so it'll be interesting to see how he ends up after.
Excellent, and the Resies?
Mitch Sullivan obviously just played his 250th the other week.
He'll be embarrassed about you saying that.
Yeah, I know, he hates it, but you can't underestimate what he's put into this club over pretty much most of the 17 years that we've been around. He's massive. I mean, as I said, we went out to Norfolk last week. Even though we sort of only had 2 on the bench to get guys, even though we couldn't change the position on the ladder, we still had a full team and fronted up. Last year, I think, from what I understand, we had 6 go out. So for Mitch to be able to generate that interest in getting guys playing reserves has been a fantastic effort. So can't speak highly enough of Mitch.
And speaking highly of people, Billy in the seniors?
Yeah, I was big on getting Billy down. I just felt that we probably need to go down the path of having a playing coach, and it was a big decision because there was a couple of really good applicants. But I've known a bit of Billy over the years, and I sort of heard that he was coming back to Tasmania, and so we spoke to him to see what his plans were. He was big on our junior side of the footy club, which was something that impressed us. So we got Billy on for 3 years, and I know you're a young bloke, probably couldn't speak highly enough the way he takes training and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's been a great gift for the club. So yeah, we've got another 2 years after this, and it was always going to be a couple of years to get to where we want to get.
3-year plan.
3-year plan, and we're heading in the right direction.
So players to watch for the BNF, you obviously put your money on Shrekky.
Oh, Shrekky. Yeah, I've had the card every week, so he's a massive chance, Shrekky. But
Will Moose get a vote, do you think?
Who's that?
Moose.
Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Nah.
No, I wouldn't have thought he'd get many. But in the reserves or the seniors?
Ask Moose. But your tip for the BNF?
Oh, my tip's probably Bill. I would have thought he's just been absolutely outstanding from round 1 when he sort of put himself on the ball. He's got himself fit, and even in the second half of the year where he's sort of felt that he probably need to go forward a bit, he's still carrying on to be outstanding. So I think he's only missed 1 or 2 games. So I think he's a shoo-in.
Yeah. Couple of players that we need for the side. We've got a centre half back that's really keen to play again next year. That unfortunately did his knee in Logan Bailey. Logan's sort of a forgotten man of the club, but maybe a couple of little zippy players, zippy outsiders, but to top us up next year, who would you be looking at? What's not names, but what?
I think an outside, someone a good user of the footy. I mean, you look at that Hawthorn model. Obviously, I'm a massive Hawthorn fan, but I love left footers, and even though I was a right footer, but they use the ball really well. So someone just on the outside, I think we're really good in tight with James Langs and these sort of guys.
Yeah. Someone
just to feed the ball out to. I mean, obviously we've got Cammy Johns playing back, so he could sort of move up into that role a bit more maybe next year. But we don't need much, mate. I mean, we based our year on being a local club, and we've gone down the path of what New Norfolk's done really well. And I think only 2 guys outside of our club are our coach, Billy, who lives around in Blackman's Bay, and Joshy Nichols, who's good mates with Justin Paul, who came down from Kingston. The rest are locals, and that's something we should be enormously proud of.
What would you say to other clubs that don't have an under-18s? Because nearly every one of our players came through our under-18s.
Yeah, it's hard to get kids interested in footy, and I know it's a massive challenge. We had a massive challenge to put that team on the park, but you just got to work on it, get around the schools, get kids interested. I mean, I went into the year, didn't really care if we didn't win a game in our under-18s, as long as we had a team to go forward. So it's massively important for the fabric of the club to have an under-18, so you put a hell of a lot of work into that. And we're putting a lot of work into our junior side of it. We hope to be able to announce at the end of the year someone who will be looking after our junior coaches and junior development. Really good applicant for that, so we'll be able to announce that as soon as the season's out. So we think that's just a massive part of having a healthy club.
So we're looking forward to 3 wins hopefully on the weekend.
3 wins, mate, would be obviously perfect. We may get emotional again. Actually, just to clear that up, I never did get emotional. that was Robbie Paul. So unfortunately, everyone's run with that. But no, 3 wins would be great. It's going to be a big crowd there. Hopefully the weather is fine day. It's 3 big wins, and then you take it week by week. There's no ceiling on what those boys can achieve. So
who knows? Get along to the game.
Get along to the game.
Thanks,
Tom. Thanks very much.